edition of Noche La NBA, an annual tradition in the NBA celebrating diversity and culture, and always a pleasure to bring it to you. Tonight, we'll see the San Antonio Spurs as they play against the New Orleans Pelicans. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and we'll have David Aldridge filling us in from the sideline. DA, it's all yours.
Well, guys, the retirements of Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, and Tony Parker mean the start of a new era for the Spurs. Guard Patty Mills said, "We've had great teachers, and now there's a transition. It's about teaching that culture to these new guys. We aren't going to change. Bridging the gap is going to take time. That's where leadership comes in." Kevin?
A proud franchise. Thank you, David. Now we have a moment to look at how the blocks have been stacking up over the past several months for Aldridge.
But we're just not seeing that same fierceness out of him defensively these last few months. He's lost a little bit of that intimidation factor. He's not blocking as many shots, and he's not making the same impact on that end of the floor.
Now the opening lineup for the New Orleans Pelicans. Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. J.J. Redick is out there at Bledsoe. And it's Adams in at the 5 spot. And for San Antonio, Trey Lyles out there at DeRozan. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge. Then there's Murray. And it's Forbes in at the 2. A whole new cast of characters for the Pelicans. 3 promising first-round picks, Greg. And the young players acquired from the Lakers and veterans like Favors and Redick.
All of a sudden, a wealth of options for Alvin Gentry. Time will tell how they did in the AD trade, but seems like they're off to a nice start.
Now here's Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
Murray is a spectacular talent, and when he gets going, watch out.
Ingram against DeRozan. Now Williamson has to Bledsoe. Six on the shot clock, and it's blocked. Here is Forbes, covered by Redick. Forbes can't get it to go.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
There's the pass to Redick. Bledsoe against Murray. Takes the 13-footer. Good, he hits the jump shot.
You know, you've got to honor Bledsoe's mid-range J. I mean, he's consistent at knocking it down from there.
Ingram against DeRozan. Beyond the arc. And it's Ingram with the rebound. And so it's Ingram who brings up the ball for the Pelicans. It's stolen by DeRozan. Bledsoe against Murray. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Now, here's Lyons. 14 points from him the last game against Dallas.
And equally impressive on the backboards. I thought his rebounding was huge.
Now, here's Bledsoe. Following the miss by LaMarcus Aldridge. For Murray. Misses off the right angle. Spurs have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Here's DeRozan. Pelicans pull it in.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. On opening night, Clark, both teams would love to start off, obviously, on a winning note.
Without question, I mean, setting that winning tone, gaining that confidence that comes from winning, and they all count. Wins today are just as important as wins that you get in March and April.
one had more success at the foul line last season than this group of players. Number 5 is J.J. Redick.
He was locked and loaded from the free throw line all season. Never suffered through any real lulls in that department.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Here's Murray. With the teardrop. Tries yet again. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
It's really hard to stop Murray there. I mean, with his size, mobility, and speed, sometimes the defense is just forced to make an adjustment.
It's his first trip to the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Murray. And Clark coming out of Washington as a one-and-done. DeJounte Murray was considered a raw prospect.
Yeah, very raw. The 29th pick in the 2016 draft, guys, taken by the Spurs. Excellent physical tools and outstanding athleticism. Was surprising that he left when he did. I recall that when I heard. But at 6'5", a 7-foot wingspan, he's got a chance to be special.
And so Murray nails both of them.
DeJounte Murray played just one season at the University of Washington. He grew up in Seattle and went to Rainier Beach High School. It's actually the same high school that produced Jamal Crawford. And as a matter of fact, a lot of good players have come out of the Emerald City.
Here's Murray after Eric Bledsoe's score. Murray with the bounce pass. Lyles with it. Puts it up from 15. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. And in Seattle, Murray recognized from a young age as a potential pro.
Yeah, you know, sometimes you can identify those specially talented players, and his nickname was Baby Boy. And how about this, Kevin? Jamal Crawford has mentored DeJounte since the 6th grade. Those guys have exchanged text messages throughout that time. Jay Crossover, one of my favorites, on and off the court in the league, really has helped keep Murray on the right track.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Ingram passes to Bledsoe. Back to Ingram. The 11-footer. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Bledsoe's got 3 assists in the game.
No stopping Ingram when he's in rhythm, especially when he gets a pass in the spot he loves pulling the trigger from.
Now, here's DeRozan, who's coming off a 13-point game against Dallas. A nice shot by Aldridge.
Excellent activity and timing on the offensive glass. That's how you get extra possessions.
Murray against Bledsoe. Pass to Redick. Ingram with it. Shot clock at 6. Fires for 3. Kept alive. Williamson. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass. Getting it done. Williamson's got his 2nd bucket of the night. Murray against Bledsoe. This is it to Lyles. Now here's Aldridge. Tight defense on him. Murray outside. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
And while we have a moment, let's check the stats for DeRozan. Great showing for him last season. Averaged 21 points a game, 6 assists and 6 rebounds. And you talk about guys who just have a nose for putting up points. He is one of them.
Yeah, he sure is, and he rarely has back-to-back bad games. If he has an off night, he usually follows that up with a big night.
And it's Bledsoe off the drive. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Pass to Forbes. Here's Lyles, covered by Redick, to the paint. Here's Aldridge. The shot, no good. Adams, some nice D.
Well, I admire the fact he's trying to power through this rough stretch, but on occasion you'll have periods like this.
And the defense learned a valuable lesson there. Don't let Williamson get to that launching pad around the rim.
Now, here's Aldridge. He picked up 24 points in their last one against Dallas.
And he was terrific in that game defensively as well, blocking 4 shots on the night. They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Pelicans shooting their first free throw of the night here. That's good from Bledsoe.
And, you know, the Spurs are never afraid to play to the tune of their own drummer. I mean, just as the rest of the league embraces threes and layups, the Spurs going against that grain, leading the league in mid-range shots and post-ups.
Now here's Murray. To halt the run. Pelicans with the rebound. Adams has got 5 rebounds tonight. Inside, Williamson, and the dunk by Williamson.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes a team.
San Antonio calls timeout. Well, you were talking about the mid-range and the post-ups. Those are the strengths of DeMar DeRozan and LaMarcus Aldridge.
Well, Coach Popovich has been so successful for decades because he always adapts to the strengths of his players. Outstanding coaches do that in every sport. That shot diet might not work for most other teams, but if it fits the Spurs, they'll go old school and make it work for them.
And checking out some numbers here for LaMarcus Aldridge. He's coming off an excellent season. 18th in rebounding, 18th in blocks, and amongst the league's top-tier scorers, top 20 in points per game.
And like you said, one of the better rebounders in the league last season. He displayed a tireless work ethic that I think really rubbed off on the team. Now here's Murray. To the inside. And Aldridge gets it to go on the assist by Murray.
That's just sheer weight room from Aldridge there. Didn't allow the defense to get the best of it.
Bledsoe kicks to Ingram. And the wide open shot from Redick. Cans it from downtown. And the Pelicans lead by 15.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
Now, here's Lyons. There it is, his third basket. He's taken 7 shots to get those 3.
You know, with all his post moves, Aldridge usually is able to trick the defense, but even when he doesn't, he'll still manage to finish through contact.
Here's Redick. Fade away. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
San Antonio shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throws good. Lyle. We were asked this the other day, you and I, if you could choose one guard in the league to shoot a clutch three-point shot for you, Clark, who would be your guy?
Ironically, they're both on the same team, Kevin. I would start with Steph Curry. I think he clearly is the guy you want shooting it. And then after that, I would go with Klay Thompson. There are a number of other guys, but Steph is a pretty good gap in front of most. And then I think Klay is just a notch or two below Steph.
I agree. Great backcourt. Lillard up in Portland, another one. There's so many great ones in the NBA.
Yeah. Lillard would certainly be on the three-man list for sure.
The lead now cut to single digits.
You know, that's a veteran play. DeRozan stays open to all possibilities. That's seeing the game in front of you. Excellent find.
Now here's Ingram. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Kings in Sacramento. It's rebounded by Aldridge. Aldridge has got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Forbes dishes to Murray. Outside DeRozan. Aldridge down low. 6 points for him. Can't cash in from close range. Here's the lob to Adams, and Adams with the slam.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Now here's DeRozan. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Here's Williamson, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. And the Pelicans lead by 13. And Murray's got the ball here for the San Antonio Spurs. Outside DeRozan. The pass to Aldridge. Aldridge can't get that one to fall.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Bledsoe taking his time here. Banked in off the glass. Bledsoe's got 11.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Now, here's Lyons, and it's in there.
You know, we know Murray's got some creativity to his passing game, but no need to be creative there. I mean, he sees the wide open man and zips it right to him.
Bledsoe against Murray. Now, here's Bledsoe. He's covered closely. Outside, Redick. Three-pointer. No good that time. And the Spurs going the other way now. Murray outside. A minute 20 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Lyles. Now here is Aldridge. Over Adams. Aldridge misses.
Misfires again, and the ball just refuses to cooperate with him. It's a tough day so far.
And that one's good. Williamson.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
DeRozan finds Aldridge. Out to DeRozan. Shoots a 3. Pelicans with the rebound.
You know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert. This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player. And how much fun is it to watch this kid? I call Zion Williamson a kid, even though he goes about 280, and he has a certain composure that really belies his years.
Derek White's checked in for Bryn Forbes.
And we first heard about Williamson in high school, and that was due to his dunking ability. Now he's a full-fledged star on the rise.
Now here's Murray. 23 seconds left here in the first quarter. Here's DeRozan. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense.
And the buzzer sounds to end the first, and we've got a blowout underway here. New Orleans on top, just dominating this one. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports. Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Vamanos. And the Pelicans have been rolling right along, haven't they?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
Pelicans leading by 20. And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So the Pelican 5 right now. Redick and Ingram fill out the perimeter. Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. And it's Ball in at the point guard position. Here's White. And that one goes long. Well, for New Orleans, shooting 71% all in all in this one. They've been brilliant offensively. Ingram passes to Favors. Redick up top. Aldridge is covering. Takes a 3. The shot by Redick, no good.
You know, he hasn't made any threes this quarter after sinking just the 1 in the first.
Aldridge finds White. Back to Aldridge. Shoots over Ingram, and that one's good by Aldridge. Aldridge has got 8 points.
Well, you've got to push Aldridge out farther. I mean, he's too big and too skilled from this area.
There's the lob to the hoop. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. The 19-foot shot. Shot is good off the back rim and in. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Pelicans leading by 16. And Rudy Gay picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Pass the ball. Six to shoot. DeRozan against Ingram. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. He's got 9.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And the basket is good.
You know, I look at DeRozan. One of the things I like most about his game is that he really employs the mid-range shot. And it's a lost art for most other players.
Here's Ingram. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. 17 points for Zion Williamson.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
San Antonio calls timeout.
And maybe the most popular player to enter the league since social media became truly pervasive. Zion Williamson handles it with class. He really appreciates his teammates and his coaches and really respects the game. look at the stats for White, how he did last season. Last season put up about 10 points a game, 4 assists and 3 rebounds. And his rookie season, an opportunity to learn the NBA game. He's hoping to take a larger role in his sophomore campaign.
Well, he had the whole summer to work on his game now. I believe he will take that next step forward in his development.
Walker the pass to DeRozan. That shot off. Some solid defense from Ingram. And talking to stars in this league, even they want to see what Williamson's going to do next.
Sure. We talk about the leaping ability at his size, the handles, the shot making. But what really stands out when you watch him live, the instincts, being at the right place at the right time and always seeming to make the right play.
And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play. It's going to be Aldridge shooting. It's going to be on Zion Williamson. The Spurs have been solid at the line so far, 4 for 4.
One shot.
And the Spurs, I've heard it said, the most process-oriented team in the league.
Well, that's an understanding of what it takes for them as a small market team to be successful. A good assessment of what they have.
That was a strong dunk.
Already such a well-coordinated athlete for his size and age. Williamson bringing down the house.
Pass to Walker. Gay outside. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It goes on Brandon Ingram. And growing up about 15 miles south of the Staples Center, DeMar DeRozan idolized Kobe Bryant Clark and patterned his game after him.
And you can see evidence of Kobe's game in DeMarcus's game. You think about the footwork, the ability to post up, the moves and counter moves, the balance and strength. I think he owes a lot of that to the Mamba.
That's good from DeRozan. Clark, over the last couple decades, the role of the big man has changed and required more skill outside shooting among them.
Yeah, that's one of the things. And then the ability to move your feet defensively.
Yes.
Because the three-point shot spaces the floor so much. And a lot of times teams will have 4, maybe 5 perimeter shooters out there regardless of size. So big guys, if they're going to play in that type of an alignment, have to be able to move their feet and effectively guard perimeter players and also make shots from the perimeter as well.
Amazing to see guys that big out there sometimes with a one-on-one with the guard, like on the three-point line.
No doubt. And also the big guys, we've got a ton of them, Kevin, across the league that can really knock down the three-point shot.
And for all the drama surrounding Lonzo Ball's entrance into the NBA, one thing is for certain, he can play.
And Lonzo will always have the media attention, but the fact is he is a very talented player. His playmaking and passing was as elite as advertised from day one, starting to find his spots on how he can score for himself. But everything else with his game is what you'd want from an elite point guard.
He misses the free throw.
You know, you look at Ball's size and speed and confidence, very impressive. An exciting prospect who I think has an all-star future.
Hayes, he's checked in for Williamson. And he sinks the second. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. White the pass to Aldridge. Outside, Walker fires the 3. The Spurs getting another chance here. Goes back up. And the rejection by Favors.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
White against Ball. And White kicks to DeRozan. It's in and hoping this is the start of a new trend. 2 for 8 now from the field.
You know, in these particular plays, guys, DeRozan really excellent at taking what he sees in these situations.
Ball finds Favors. Redick with it. Aldridge is covering. Back to Favors. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on LaMarcus Aldridge.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
The Pelicans shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
The first free throw is good. Bellinelli, he's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. So he gets them both.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
My kind of hoops. Straight ahead, playing downhill, and physical.
Walker the pass to Gay. Shot from 12. Here's Aldridge. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
And let's take a moment to look at some stats for Favors. A very nice season for him last year. 9th in shooting percentage and a top 15 ranking in blocks per game, supplying that backline protection that is so key to a great defense.
And you know, back to his tremendous efficiency shooting last season, top 10 in the league, his dead-eye shooting creates so many opportunities for that offense.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Greg, the play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
Ball against White. Gay right side. Tries again. He takes it up and lays it in. Gay's got his first basket of the night.
Boy, good instincts and timing on display there from Gay. Excellent anticipation.
Redick surveying the D. Shot from 12. And it's Ingram missing.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Bellinelli against Redick, and stolen by Redick. Now here's Redick, the fast break opportunity. There's the dish to Favors, and Redick kicks to Ball. Back to Redick. Marcus Aldridge grabs the miss. Aldridge has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
Yeah, I tell you what, for him, this has been a game to forget. But somehow they still find themselves with the lead.
Here's Gay. Favors with the rebound.
Boy, that's a look he has to finish, and he knows it. Blown opportunity.
That one drops for him. Ingram's got 4 points this quarter.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations, Greg, have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
And White kicks to Walker. Clock at 6. Pulls up on the wing. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. It's off to Utah for him after this game as they take on the Jazz. And that will be the 4th of the string of 5 played on the road. And slam dunk by Ingram.
How about that? Redick showing the same kind of accuracy on that pass as he has on his three-point shots, which is quite remarkable. That's how you drop a dime, though.
White. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Derek White played his first 3 years at Division III UC Colorado Springs. This guy ended up being the 29th pick in the 2017 draft out of Colorado. In his lone season with the Buffaloes, he was all Pac-12 first team and all defense.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for White. And coming out of high school, White's only scholarship offer was a partial one to Colorado Springs.
And you know what, guys? Sometimes rejection like that can actually fuel you to greater heights. It put a chip on his shoulder. He plays with an edge. He improved, transferred to the Pac-12 for his senior season, and really the rest is history. He's got a promising future as an NBA player in front of him.
And both free throws good for White. Clark, you were such a terrific athlete growing up, and it must be fun for you watching your kids and soon your grandkids go through their athletic journeys.
It really is one of the great blessings and treats of my life to see our kids grow and develop as people, but also to enjoy different sports. Our boys played basketball and soccer, and our daughter played volleyball, all played in college at some level. And so it is great. Anytime you see your kids find their lane, enjoy running in it, and do well in that lane, it's joy indescribable.
Bellinelli passes to White. Now Lyles. Guarded by Bledsoe. Good on the triple. Lyles got 9.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Ingram dishes to Bledsoe. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And Favors kicks to Bledsoe. They get it back. Here's Hayes. Just couldn't take the lid off. They had their chances, but came up empty. White against Ball. Now, here's Lyles. He's guarded closely. Over Hayes. Lyles no good. So Favors will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. 22 is their biggest lead. Now the pass to Bledsoe. Back to Ingram. And slam dunk by Ingram.
Decent at spotting his teammates. You know, Bledsoe is good, I think, at reading the defense and then recognizing when he's got an open teammate.
Bledsoe against Murray. Lays it up and banks it in. He's got 6.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
Bledsoe passes to Favors. He dishes it to Ingram. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
The second overall pick in 2016, a lot of expectations for Brandon Ingram. If anything, he puts that pressure on himself. This is a young man that wants to be great.
And that one falls for Ingram. And Clark, they say Brandon Ingram, his own biggest critic. Does all his frustration and worry become, you think, a hindrance?
I think it can be, guys. I mean, you can't weigh yourself down with self-frustration and self-criticism because it can keep you from being your best. At the end of the day, his talent is obvious. I think he's got tremendous upside, but that piece of the mentality that he brings has to be balanced out a bit.
The second overall pick back in 2016, Brandon Ingram has shown us flashes, but whether it's defense or offense, still a ways to go.
Here's Medu. No points in the game yet for him. Favors with the rebound. Favors has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Down low, Ingram. And slam dunk by Ingram.
Boy, that looks good whenever Ingram rises for the jam. Flushing it home in the face of the opposition. Poster.
And Greg, when you talk about Ingram, where would you look for him to make the next step in his game?
Well, in that one season at Duke, he did shoot over 40% from 3. I think becoming a reliable shooter from out there would be a key building block offensively.
And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans. And a look now at the San Antonio Spurs' upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll be taking on Paul Millsap and the Denver Nuggets. And then on Saturday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Pelicans leading by 21. We've got 1:08 left in the first half. Bledsoe outside. But they get it back. Here's Favors. San Antonio with the rebound. Lyles got his 5th rebound in this one. And here is Murray. He's got 6. Pass to Bellinelli. Over Ingram. A shot by Bellinelli. No good. New Orleans has gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Ball against Murray. Shoots a fader. The rebound by Medu. Spurs trail by 21. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
White, good.
Nice ball movement on display there. Bellinelli, a decent passer, capable of connecting well with his teammates.
White against Bledsoe. Shoots over White. Brandon Ingram. He's been the guy making things happen for the New Orleans Pelicans. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Alvin Gentry. Coach, you're leading at the half. What will you continue to emphasize to your team?
Well, I mean, defensively, we still have to be good. We got to rebound the basketball. And then we've got to continue to push the basketball and score offensively.
We'll see if you can keep that going in the second half, Coach. Thanks. Back to you.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. The first half was all about Brandon Ingram. He ended up with 19 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists. He struggled in their last game, but he's not having any problems tonight. Really good first half for him. He was right on the mark. Kenny, your thoughts, how the Pelicans are playing?
We know Brandon Ingram is most effective when he's aggressive. I'm not talking about forcing things. I'm talking about the willingness to take over when you have the opportunity. He did that in the first half.
Shaq, let's get your thoughts on San Antonio.
Well, they got a ton of issues to work out. Allow way too high a percentage to be shot against. Not really showing any energy on defense. No discipline. Look at their faces, Ernie. Do they even want to be here?
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Brandon Ingram has been sensational.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. They've got DeJounte Murray. DeRozan out there with Trey Lyles. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge, and it's Forbes in at the shooting guard. That's the San Antonio 5. To the middle, and stolen by Williamson. Here's Bledsoe. Aldridge with some nice D.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And another turnover here by San Antonio.
Taking a look at some stats for Brandon Ingram. Good season for him last year. Averaged 18 points per, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. and he was their top scorer throughout last season.
Well, his teammates knew whenever they really needed a basket, just look his way.
Bledsoe passes to Williamson. About 1 minute played here in the second half. 6 on the shot clock. Ingram against Wyatt. The offensive rebound. Spurs trail by 21. Murray surveying the D. Some solid defense from Ingram. And so it's Ingram who brings up the ball for New Orleans. They haven't given up any points here in the second half.
Yeah, you know, you look at Ingram, and it's not all about scoring with him. He shows he shares the ball as well.
The Spurs shooting about 35% from the floor. Not much falling for them. Passes it to Lyles. To the inside. Another shot, and it's laid in by Aldridge. Aldridge has got 13.
Boy, that's exactly the kind of activity on the offensive glass that makes Aldridge special.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop and the dunk by Williamson.
And this is what we came to see, right? Go ahead, Zion. Do your thing on the alley-oop.
On the wing, DeRozan. Guarded by Bledsoe. Here is Forbes. 5 to shoot. Outside DeRozan. Shoots it up. Pelicans with the rebound. Williamson's got his 6th rebound on the night.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
You know, even though they have the lead, you can tell he's frustrated with himself that he's not doing more.
Forbes the pass to Lyles. That shot off.
Clearly out of rhythm now, guys. I mean, just 1 for 5 to begin the second half.
And they pick up 2. And that's 15 points for Eric Bledsoe.
Tremendous explosion towards the rack. Bledsoe in attack mode, and I love it.
Pass to Aldridge. The pass to Lyles. Now DeRozan. He has 6. Tries a 3. And it's Williamson with the rebound.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Ingram attacking, and it's good. That bucket takes him to 9 for 14.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Inside, here's Aldridge. And it's blocked, and he keeps control of the ball. Bledsoe against Murray. Now here's Bledsoe. D right on him. And he lays it straight in. Bledsoe's got 17 now.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Adams against Aldridge. Murray outside. From deep. And it's Williamson with the rebound. Williamson's got rebound number 8 now on the night.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for New Orleans.
They've knocked down plenty of mid-range jumpers in this one. That's been big for them.
Yeah, but also they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Gay comes in for Lyles, and it's Mills in for Murray.
You know, an athletic and strong player at his position is Bledsoe, and he's a confident guy who I think makes an impact at both ends of the floor.
Outside DeRozan to the paint. Aldridge down low. Adams defending. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Let's take this chance to see which of last season's teams had the most second chance points in the league. 5th on the list, the Pelicans.
That's an effort stat for me. I mean, it shows you how hard this team works in the paint. They continue to pound the backboard.
Pelicans on D. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him. And that sends Rudy Gay to the free throw line. It's going to be on Zion Williamson. For San Antonio, they have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9.
And up around 82% as a team a season ago. So they know how to make the most of those opportunities.
We've had sponsors on the uniforms for a couple of seasons now. Do you think everyone's grown used to seeing them?
Yeah, I think it's a normal part of the landscape, and it will take a little more time. I've noticed them myself as I've watched games. We're certainly a far cry from looking like NASCAR drivers, which I think is a good thing. You want them to be done visibly, but not overdone.
Now here's Mills. Defense is right there. Bledsoe against Gay. Offensive rebound. Second shot opportunity. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
The Pelicans have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9.
One shot.
That free throw good from Williamson. San Antonio's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. DeRozan scanning the floor. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. And so it's Bledsoe with it, bringing it up for New Orleans. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points, and the shot goes down.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
To stop the run, Adams, some nice D.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, but they know that there's always talk during a season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency. But players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices. And some people wonder if there's much of a difference between what the player says and what his team is thinking. Kevin?
Good point, David. Thank you. Now, here's Mills, guarded closely. That one misses.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
When Bledsoe is firing on all cylinders, I mean, you keep getting him the ball. It's just that simple.
Now, here's Mills. He's guarded closely. Gay passes to Aldridge. Uncovered, and he connects with the jumper. Aldridge has got 15.
Well, you like guys who can work that in-between area, really keeps the defense honest.
And I tell you what, guys, I mean, with his combination of size and touch, he's a real threat from mid-range.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Guys, J.J. Redick is much more than just a standstill shooter. I mean, his movement without the ball and his quick trigger release, a very deadly combination.
First trip to the line for him here.
And last year, excellent at the free throw line, just a shade under 90%.
Yeah, those were fine numbers he posted at the line. It was hard to find fault with anything he did from the stripe.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And Clark, as good as he is, playing off the ball, Redick can handle and even create some for his teammates.
Yeah, I like the fact that Redick has added that to his package, Kevin, because initially he was just a catch-and-shoot guy, but he's smart, he's tough, and he's actually steady and comfortable with the ball in his hands.
Lonnie Walker, he's checked in for the Spurs. And both free throws good for Redick.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. So it's the Pelicans now. San Antonio's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half.
All right, a chance to check out some stats for Ball. Some last season stats for him. He averaged about 10 points a game last year, 5 assists and 5 rebounds. The contributions he's been making on the floor have been a boon for this team. Great stretch of games for him.
Yeah, you know, they've given him more responsibility, and he's responded. And the way he's going, I think his role is only going to increase.
And the first one drops. And so Walker nails both of them. The Pelicans shooting 61%, showing all the indications of an offense that is locked in. Here's Ball outside for Redick. Off target from three-point range. So it's the Spurs now. Gay finds Mills. Now Walker. True on the 14-footer. Walker's got 6 points.
His mid-range shot is very solid. I mean, for some reason, the defense let him have it.
Now, here's Ball. Covered by Mills. Ball, no good. And here's Gay. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. Mills looking it over. And there's Gay. That's good on the assist by Mills. Gay's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Yeah, you know, Mills is one of those energizing players who does a little bit of everything, including finding his open teammates.
Walker against Redick. Back to Okafor. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Okafor's got his first points in this one.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
The 55th pick back in 2009. Those picks don't hit very often, but Greg Patty Mills now with a decade in the NBA.
6 foot nothing. And that may be generous. The Australian Mills, a dangerous pull-up shooter, and he does not back down.
And the first one at the line is good.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Yeah, they're making the most of their opportunities at the stripe, and they'll need to keep it up to take the lead.
And the Spurs making a change here. That is checked in. And both free throws good for Mills.
You know, Patty Mills is one of a long line of outstanding Australian players who played their college ball in Northern California at St. Mary's College.
Here's Ingram. The teardrop falls in. Ingram's got 6 here in this quarter.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Now here's Mills. He's covered by Ball. Here's DeRozan. Takes the elbow jumper and trains it. DeRozan's got 8 points.
Well, this is a shot DeRozan can make, and I like the fact that he knows his strengths on offense and plays to his strengths.
A minute 20 left here in the third quarter. And slam dunk by Ingram.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
Well, a tough quarter for him offensively. He hasn't been able to give his team a lift when they need it.
Major props given up to Ingram for aggressively attacking the rim. Not many guys want to get in this path when he goes like that.
Mills passes to Walker. Pass to DeRozan. The jump hook. Here's Meadows. And that one is hammered home.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
Ingram at the elbow. And that one drops for him. Ingram's got 12 points here in the second half.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Gay scanning the floor. 6 to shoot. Okafor grabs the miss.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Brandon Ingram, he's been the guy making things happen for New Orleans. And